Hi everyone, we are at the end of the 10 qualifier at Lotus Market, and we had a great day with a great lunch in between the tournaments at a Nepalese restaurant. Now I'm here interviewing the winner of the tournament, Caue, which is a member of our community for, I don't know, 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
Yeah, so we know that guy for a long time. And he played a lot of different decks. We are not expecting what kind of decks he will bring. He's always changing. He went first from Food Chain, and then Elves, and then Lands. And
mostly somewhat combo related.
Yes, usually something with a bit of combo. So, and today he went with Mono Blacks. We'll get that later. So, Caue, where from and where do you live?
I'm originally from Brazil, but
another one. We have a lot of Brazilian players.
But I moved to Portugal 4 years ago, and I've been living here since, and found this great community to play Legacy with. It's been growing, and it's been very nice to play these leagues.
Oh yeah, I think you remember when you came in 2019, how many players we had at that time, and now how many we have now?
We were lucky to gather 12 players at tops. And now we're getting like 30, even 40 maybe. Not particularly today. Today was a smaller tournament.
Yes.
It's the beginning of summer.
Yes, and it's the beginning of summer, vacations. Many people can't come, and it's a very hot day, not kidding. Many people probably went to the beach. And but we have been having a lot of players. Our record was 35 two times this edition, which was mind-blowing. And so, when did you start playing Magic and Legacy?
Magic in general, I played as a kid, all the way back in '95 maybe.
Always.
Yeah. 4th edition, Chronicles, and whatever we could get our hands on. In Brazil, there's not that many sets available, and then I stopped, and I just came back to Magic in 2015, and I went straight to Legacy.
The best part.
Yeah.
I think
right.
was in 2016.
Right before the fetch lands were reprinted, and I started straight with combo elves, and that was my only deck for a great long time. And once we start getting some wins and getting some cards here and there, and now I'm able to switch decks with some ease. But it's been a long journey.
When we have the core, it's easy to switch decks.
Yeah, and we can always borrow. We can
we
have proxies,
here in the community of proxies, and we are friendly. We borrow cards from people, especially on outside tournaments like 4th seasons, because we can't have proxies, so we organize this kind of stuff. So in Brazil, did you have any Legacy League?
Yes.
I'm aware there are some good Legacy Leagues there.
Yeah. They weren't playing actually in the league format when I was playing there, but they had a nice active community, and we had one annual invitational tournament, which was National Legacy, one Legacy tournament yearly in Brazil, and you had to qualify in local game stores. On Legacy, that was not that common.
Not very far from the European Legacy Masters, but in Brazil.
But I managed to find a community in the places I lived, and I still have great friends from those places. And
always. In many of my friends are from Legacy community. It's part of the gathering, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
So, why you choose Legacy? Why another format? What's the appeal?
It's the most fun format. The cards are so powerful. We can do so many interesting things. It's a brainstorm format, and I do like that. And I tried other formats.
We have decks for everything.
Yeah, the other formats weren't that fun for me, and it brings that nostalgia thing of using the cards we owned for a long time ago, or being able to use these powerful historic spells.
Oh yes, indeed, that's the most fun part. And Gonçalo, which is not today, always says that he loves the stack in Legacy.
Yeah,
he loves the stack wars. despite not playing Brainstorm or Force of Will, he loves the stack.
Recent Magic has been taking a turn for more creature base and combat.
I think it's fine.
And not that great for me. I do understand it.
I mean, there are some flashes, creatures with flash, so it kind of enters the game of the stack.
But I do enjoy much more playing spells and instant speed and counter and the stack board, yeah.
Even at the ban of the Gitaxian Probe, even Wizards admitted that Legacy was a very stack format.
Yeah.
I don't remember well, but I think they said the same thing on the ban of of that creature with companion. I think they said the same thing. They want stack and not creatures beating so much.
Okay, makes sense.
So today we play. From what I see, we played with Mono Black Storm. So explain us what is this deck and why you choose it.
Well, it's a storm-based deck, and I consider it a Black Saga Storm. It's a list from Tony Scapone. I basically used a very similar list, if not the same. And it is a Storm deck, and it also has a secondary plan of Urza Saga, which is a recent addition to the format.
Yes, it's a toolbox.
Kind of, yeah, and it does so many things with the deck. It helps us combo, it gives another path to victory with big constructs. We have so many artifacts. So other thing that's nice about this deck, and not like the Epic Storm or
Ad Nauseam Tendrils.
Yeah, it's mono black, so we are a little bit stronger against Wastelands, and
it depends.
We don't get locked out of colors.
You have some cards that are vulnerable to Wasteland, like Ancient Tome, City of Traitors.
They sure are vulnerable, but we don't get cut out of colors.
Oh, out of colors? Never.
And it's a very explosive deck. I believe it's faster than those decks. I mean, it's very, very fast. I comboed on turn 1 and 2 quite many times today.
How do you handle control decks? You don't have Galvanic Relay like the Epic Storm to outgrind them.
No, it's all. I have a toolbox of discard spells. So I play the whole 4 Thoughtseize and 4 Duress, and I also have 2 Cabal Therapy.
Yes, so after... Urza Saga doesn't help you to outgrind control decks. I mean, they take all the removal out for you.
Yeah,
so you can make constructs for the win.
Sure, and
it's probably a good plan.
I can also use them to beat down a little bit and maybe have a lower storm count and still win. Like the very last match, it went down to this. I attacked with my constructs, and I only had to storm for 4 or 5. It was more than enough.
So why don't you play? I know the answer, but it's a good interview question. I think people that don't know very well Legacy format or this deck might be curious to hear. So why don't you play with Cabal Ritual? It's a mono black deck.
Yeah, it is a mono black deck. We don't have cantrips, we don't have fetch lands in this particular list, so it's not that easy to fill the graveyard. And it's a card that's also vulnerable to graveyard hate, and the deck doesn't care too much about graveyard hate in this list. It doesn't affect as much. And so I've seen lists that use up to 2 Cabal Ritual. It's a choice. You can use it for 1 mana increase, but counting it on being on using for a lot of mana for the full amount, it's not very common.
Yes, and there's Endurance.
Yeah, also Endurance, a card that we can almost ignore completely. Yeah, those are the most valuable reasons for not playing that card. And I have more. I said I don't have cantrips. I don't have blue cantrips. I have those bubbles.
Why don't you play with like Night Whisper? I don't remember that thing. You instant speed. You draw 2 cards, boost to life.
Yeah, I think it's a bit clunky. The deck doesn't need it. We operate mostly on zero cost artifacts that can help our Mox Opal turn on. It helps us helps our constructs get bigger. Overall, it's a better way to go about this deck. Yeah.
Why don't you play with like Peer of the Abyss in main deck? I know there are storm lists, mono black storm lists that play Peer in main deck.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a good idea because
it's expensive. The card.
It's expensive, and we use a lot. Most of the time, we're comboing out. We generate 6 mana or 7 mana, use some kind of tutor and cast ad nauseam tendrils and
Yes,
having
and
a
you
7
want
mana
to break
cost.
lines are diamonds.
And having a 7 mana cost on
I
ad
mean,
nauseam
it
tendrils
works
is very
better
bad.
if you have. I think Pier works better if you have like Cabal Ritual.
Yeah.
And it's legit. If you have cantrips to increase the graveyard, with Cabal Ritual, it's kind of easy to get.
But if we're revealing cards to ad nauseam and there's a one of the
Oh,
7
yeah.
cards spell in the deck, it's very bad.
That's bad.
So if you want that card, it's available, but you have to use 1 copy of Burning Wish to go get it on
Oh,
the
well,
sideboard.
the copy of Burning Wish isn't a bit risky. I mean, you don't have red with exception of Lotus Petal and Mox Opal.
Yeah,
it's the only way you have.
In my experience today, it wasn't a concern. It was very easy to generate when needed, and it's a secondary plan. We have 8 other black
Don't you?
of tutors, black tutors. So the red one is just one safe bet if things go bad. If someone surgicals, which did happen today, one of our main, we have some more choice to operate.
Don't you feel that one copy of Burning Wish, it's a bit awkward because you have to change your sideboard to accommodate Burning Wish just for one copy? Don't you feel it's a bit awkward on the sideboard?
I didn't feel that way. I am giving up some space there, but it's not that much. I have one Peer into the Abyss. I have 1 Tendrils of Agony for a finisher, and I have 1 spell that kills creatures, which is a sorcery. That's about it. Kills 1 creature if it gets heavy on
Talia.
White spells. Maybe I would get Massacre or something, but not today. Today it wasn't needed. And we have a bunch of discard spell that can help with Talia in turn 1. Usually the Talia doesn't get cast on turn 1.
Yes. Don't you feel that because of playing with mono black, your sideboard is quite limited? For example, I don't see a decent answer for cards like Null Rods that can be very heavy for you because you are heavy on artifacts.
Yeah, I don't have many answers. I have one that shined very, very nice today, which is Haywire Might. And again, we have to generate a mana that our deck's not that great in producing, but it wasn't that hard. And it answers the most awkward artifacts and enchantments that might get thrown at us. It's a very nice and flexible spot, and maybe having a second one. And Haywire Might costs 1, and it can be put into the battlefield with our Saga, so it's even fetchable somehow, and doesn't get stopped by Chalice of the Void or anything like that in this manner.
So, what's your favorite card of this deck?
I think today Urza Saga performed very, very well. Haywire Might,
it does everything.
Yeah. Urza Saga helped me do so many interesting plays. And another one that I really liked is the Mycotines Garden, the land that can copy an artifact. It copied.
I opened one booster, but I didn't saw any playable potential.
Yeah, for this deck it did really well because you can in the same turn play like Lions and Diamond, play that land, copy it by tapping the land, and you can sack it. Lions and Diamond doesn't require you to tap to work. You can just sack it, the tap copy, and it will work, and it was very, very good.
When I looked at your deck, one thing that came from my mind was that card that sometimes Epic Storm many years ago played. Was that card that you discard like free and return another free or something like that?
You got the means.
Yes, it came from my mind. I was like, why are you playing with that? Yeah. Just for old school vibes.
One could do that, but again, I think
it's too bad for graveyard.
It's better to be safe from and simply ignore graveyard hate. Yeah. I've seen some interesting lists that I might consider playing in the future of Ill-Gotten Gains and Leyline of the Void main deck, where Ill-Gotten Gains do that for both players, and if the other player is exiling everything, he throws 3 cards away and doesn't get anything in return.
I think it's very funny, your Helm of the Obedience and Leyline of the Void in sideboard. Yeah. You have another way to win.
yeah, yet another way to win. Today I didn't board it in for any of my matches, but
In what matches would you board it?
Well, any matches that the ley line of the void is already very, very strong.
Oh yeah,
Because,
like Dredge.
Yeah.
Reanimator.
Again, as a 4-color enchantment, a 4-mana enchantment that we're boarding will definitely mess up our ad nauseam lines. So if we're facing Reanimator or anything that really goes for the graveyard, well, then you can bring Helm out as well, and we can go get it with our many tutors.
So yeah, your list is very interesting. It's not like every day we see a mono black storm winning tournaments like this. I think it's fresh, the list. I saw some videos on YouTube about this list, but I never paid close attention for me.
It was played very recently by Tony Scaponi in Baltimore, I believe, and in the 5K or the 10K.
Say hi to him.
Yeah, hi, Tony.
Maybe you'll see
great. Thanks. And I watched many videos. I watched a lot of Bosch and Roll content, and he also mentioned their match, and I thought it was a good choice for today, and that was it.
You only play with free swamps. Are your free swamps at least pretty, like foil or something?
No, they're not.
Come on!
I hate foil cards. I only play with regular copies, preferably the as old as I can get my hands on.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. And mine are FBB, 4th edition Portuguese, because that's what I started playing. And
we have another player that loves Portuguese cards.
Yeah. I don't particularly prefer Portuguese over English or anything, but I do like the black border versions in Portuguese. They are very.
I prefer English, but I'm fine with Portuguese.
Yeah.
And we have a player from Argentina that loves Portuguese cards. It's weird. So yeah, thank you for explaining us.
Thank you.
So hope to see you in the finals.
Sure.
And I hope you win with this list.
And I will be also playing the other tournaments we have in the league, because they are also very fun for me. And it's been
with
great job.
20, 30 players.
Yeah.
It's always fun. People that already qualify are still coming for the tournaments because they're like big tournaments.
Yeah.
And it's a good day. We start the morning and we have a lunch break and everyone goes to lunch, so it's very fun.
And now that I won my place in the finals, I can play with
you can play with whatever weird deck you can.
Yeah, definitely.
So good luck for the finals.
Thank you. For you too.
And follow us for more contents on our Facebook page and all the pages we are working on.
And if you're near Portugal, come play with us.
Oh yeah, come play with us. People from Stockholm Legacy League came from here. People from Finland came here. So we are having a lot of traction, and the Lisbon Legacy League team is going to 4 seasons in Bologna in September. So see you there.